welcome back. So today I'm gonna be doing a tutorial. It's gonna be like a really talk through long kind of video. I just wanted to do a talk through video just because I have different techniques how I do my eyeshadow, and kind of like different things that I've been trying out, and then like finding new ways how to use them. So I hope you guys really enjoy this video. It's gonna be very long, and I'm gonna apologize that, and I'm gonna tell you guys that it's gonna be long, so grab a snack if you are gonna be watching this video. So it's gonna be talked through, and I don't know, I might have a little bit of music, and I'll be kind of like an oldie kind of music because I haven't been really downloading any video music to put as my background for my videos. So I'm going to be featuring the Morphe palette, the 35O, and this is the best eyeshadow palette you could ever get. And I know that Morphe is having a sale. I don't know if it's already finished or if it's still good. I'll let you guys know if I do find out. But anyways, if you guys are interested in knowing how to do my look that I'm gonna be creating on this plain ass face, keep on watching. Thanks guys. First, I'm gonna be starting with my brows because usually that's what I do before I even start doing my whole foundation and stuff. And please don't be like, oh my god, her skin, blah blah blah. We all have imperfect skin, so we try to take care of it, da 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 da. But yeah, so first I'm going to be starting off with my eyebrows. So if I could find, where did I put it? Hold on. So I'm going to be starting off with MAC's brow finisher, and this is in clear. I do have a backup already. This is really good to keep down your hairs because I noticed that whenever I wake up in the morning, because I do sleep on my face, so obviously my hairs would go a different direction. So I like to use a wax first just to prep the brows because I guess it holds better when I'm putting on the product to my brows, so they kind of just really stick to it, so it's like glue. So I'm going to do both sides as normal, and just making sure that you're covering every bit of your brow just to make sure. Then I go ahead with a spoolie that looks like this. This is by Sonia Kashuk. Nothing too fancy. Any spoolie will do. It does not matter. But if you like to a little bit splurge on a certain brand, then you can. So I just combed out my brows because I want them to go the direction that I want them to go. So now I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in a medium brown. And this is the only brow product that I've been using since I got it, and I've been loving it every day for go to work. And it's really, really good if you don't even have it. So I'm going to be taking the MAC brush, is 266 angled brush, synthetic. And we're going to use that to carve out. So I'm not going to really go into detail because I want to make my brow tutorial like separate, because I just want to go in depth. So this is just going to be on fast forward. So hope you guys enjoy. Tape. Any tape would do, transparent, whatever, it don't really matter. Do a band-aid, it's still tape. So I'm just going to be using tape just to guide me at the ends of my eyes, because sometimes I do have trouble without using it, but I've been using the tape method and it really helps really good. You can also like clean it up with makeup wipes, but I don't like to waste them just because I have to like do that. So I just use tape because it's a lot more easier for me. So it don't matter how long you want to make it, just as long as you have tape down there. But yeah, this is my method, and a lot of other people do it too, but I feel like it's more easier for me, especially when I want to do my wing eyeliner. It just comes out a lot better in my opinion. So I'm just taking some here and I'm just putting it on my skin so it doesn't really tug on the skin, because You don't want that to happen. You'll get like what do you call, like extra skin hang or crow's feet or whatever. So we're trying to prevent to not have wrinkles or whatever sagginess going on. So when this tape is like a little bit not sticky, we're just gonna be aligning it, the natural line of your eye. So wherever you're putting it, you're just going to line it as close and just follow the line. Sometimes you don't want to go a little bit, you don't want to go like over, and you don't want to go a little bit under. You just want to really try to get it really straight. Sometimes you can tell from this corner of the eye to the end of your brows and you're completely good. So that's what I've been doing. And you're just gonna be doing the same thing on the other eye. Again, you don't really necessarily have to like do this unless you really have a hard time trying to do your eyeshadow or do your wing eyeliner. So yeah, I see people do like eyeliners too with these, with the tape, and then they just take it off, but I kind of just like it like this. So the eye primer, and I mentioned it in my February-March beauty favorites, and this is the sucker right here. This is the MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour extended eye base. Again, I don't use anything else except this because this really does help with my oily lids. And I find that when I do apply the color to my lids, it's more vibrant and it's actually stays to, you know, the color. So whatever you're grabbing, you know, if it's a gold color, it's gonna stay true as gold. So this is what I like about this eye primer, because it really helps with my oily lids. Again, I'm gonna be using the Morphe palette, and again, I believe it's on sale, but I just have to make sure. So this is how the palette looks like. Super pretty, super versatile, but then when you're thinking of it, this palette is a lot more cheaper than anything else than on the market right now. I'm gonna be using these colors, and I don't know what I'm gonna actually do. Probably just gonna do like a, I guess, year-round color or something like that. So since we have our primer on, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a fluffy brush that looks like this. This is comparable to the MAC 227, I believe. Oh, no, 224 brush. So I'm gonna go in with a transition color to pack all over my lid. I like to start with a color that is a lot lighter than my skin, or just like a base color, just to set that primer so it doesn't shift anywhere. So I'm gonna be taking this color right here. It's like, it reminds me of MAC Soft Brown, but a little bit more pigmented, I'd say, and a little bit more brown. But anyways, I'm gonna be taking that, and I'm just gonna be placing this all over the lid. So I'm just tapping motions, nothing too fancy. I don't want to like swipe it because I want the concentration only on the lids, if that makes sense. So yeah, just like that. And then the rest, whatever is left on the brush, you can just, you know, swipe it. Don't matter, because I just want a base base color first. So just applying it to the lids. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the same brush. You can always multitask. It's good to have just one brush for mostly everything, because you can do a lot of things with just one brush. So I'm going to define the crease. So this is basically going to be like an inside transition into my crease. So I'm going to find something that is a little bit more darker than the brown that we use all over the lid. So I'm going to go ahead and use this color right here. This color reminds me of MAC's Texture, which is like a orangey brown, but this one's more on the brown side. The Texture is more on the orange brown side. A little bit, it's like a mix of it, but this is kind of like similar. So that's how it looks like. I'm going to be taking that same brush again and tap off excess. Always tap off because you don't want too much and it's a lot more easier to blend. So since we have the tape here, it's good to like squint a little bit so you know if you don't have like a really precise crease like I do, because I do have Asian eyes. So we're gonna make it an illusion that we do have one. So we're gonna start to where we know where our crease is. We're just going to blend it upwards. So we're just blending it nicely, and whatever is left, you just bring it into the corners of the eyes. So this is like your stopper right here by the tape, and then you just bring it inwards. It's very easy. Use a light hand when you're blending because you just want that transition. You don't want it to be so like in there, you know what I mean? So we're just going to blend this nicely. You can always go back and build that color, which I'm gonna be doing right now. So again, taking that same color and just placing it into the crease. So it looks like that we have a defined crease, and it just blends upwards towards the crease, so up. So it looks like a gradient effect. So just like that. So just something to define a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this eye. Again, just finding where your crease is and just lightly buff that color into the crease. And don't be scared to like windshield wiper motion, because that's really gonna give you that confidence, I guess, that you know how to blend, because yeah, we need our eyeshadows to blend nicely and really nice. So again, just blending it in. Again, this is our stopper where the tape starts. Gonna grab a little bit more and put it right into the crease. So I don't know if you can tell, there's a little bit color to define. So again, taking the same brush, because it's better that way. I'm gonna go ahead with a little bit more of a darker color than this brown here. So I'm gonna go in with this color right here. So this is kind of like a muted orange. It's a little bit lighter than this color. I know the camera's like picking up like a different color, but I'll be using this color again. So this is gonna go also into the crease with the same brush. Using the same technique, just putting it into the crease. And then whatever's left on the brush, you can just bring it in forward. This video is gonna be super long, you guys. This video is like mainly for people who are like beginners, because I like to teach beginners. I try to teach my cousin too. But it takes a lot of time and patience. So I think this video will be good for the new beginners. So that's how. Okay. So we're going to take a new fluffy brush, a clean one. Obviously I'm going to be using my old kind of like dirty one I used like a couple days ago. But again, clean brush, you're going to use that brush to buff out harsh lines. So just, you know, windshield wiper motion. Don't be any too fancy about it. And just blend that sucker out. Just like that. So again, taking that same brush that we used in crease all over the lid, I'm going to go in with a darker color. So this is going to define the outer corners of our eyes to give it a little bit more depth. So I'm going to go ahead and use this like chocolate brown kind of color. Reminds me of, maybe, I don't have it, but it kind of reminds me of Brown Down by MAC, or was it Embark by MAC? So I'm going to be using that color. Again, tapping off excess because you don't want to start off with too much. So again, we're using the stopper of the tape. We're going to like push in the product. Push in the product, and we're going to twirl it twirl it around that corner and drag up a little bit just to define just that corner. And you can always build the intensity that you want, but for me, I like to go a little bit kind of like a smoke, like a lightly smoky brown. Then whatever's left, just bring it in the crease just a little bit. So just take your time too. Don't want to be rushing just to put on eyeshadow. So this is the intensity that I want. I'm not going to go any more darker than that. So I'm taking the same brush, same color. I'm going to push that product. First, twirl and drag in and give that kind of like a V or a C shape. If you guys understand what I'm saying, or if you could understand how I'm doing it. Dragging it down, bringing it up, that kind of looks like a V. And then bring whatever's left into the crease. Just use a light hand, no fuss. And just drag it up. And just kind of like, just make sure, just eyeballing it if it's like the same. Because you don't want to pull too much and this is like more down. So always, you know, go back and forth. Trying to find that it's all symmetrical. Or should I say equal? Okay, so I think I'm good. So you can either use your fingers. Your fingers are the most, I guess, best tool ever, but I can't because I have fake nails on. So I'm gonna just be taking a shader brush. Any shader brush will do fine. I'm gonna go in with maybe, I don't know what color. We're gonna go with this this is like a bronze kind of color. I think it's kind of like a, I don't know, you guys will see when I put it on. So I'm just going to be taking some of that bronzy gold, bronze, yeah, something like that taupe. So we're just going to be placing this. I know you guys know this already, but I like to pack on the color. I don't like to swipe. So I'm just packing it only onto the lids. You can also go a little bit over by your crease. It kind of depends where your lid actually folds in. So yeah, just gotta make sure where it sits and where it folds. So take a little bit more. You can also pack more if you want. I like mine to be showing because I am brown skin, so I like it to a little bit show. So just packing. You see how packing makes a lot more easier than just swiping it, because it packs more of that color. So taking more and just packing it all over the lids. So lastly, we're just going to remove the tape. Remove the tape going downwards. So just like that. You see how it's like really crisp? That's what I like. And it gives me that that guide to where I can put my eyeliner. Where is this tape? So we're just gonna pull it downwards. And there you go. There's no fuss. You don't have to clean unless you have a lot of fallout, but I don't. So that's how the eyes are. I'm gonna be putting eyeliner. So I applied eyeliner when I told you guys I was gonna be back. So I used the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lipstick in Limbo as my eyeliner. So it's kind of a little bit kind of matchy to it, so it's not really black overtaking, you know, my whole look. So I'm gonna be only using my real lashes because I'm trying to embrace them. I hate fucking embracing my eyelashes because they never do cooperate every time when I do just by itself. But I've been using this. This is the MAC False Lashes Maximizer, and it's a white, what do you call it, mascara. Looks like this, and you just apply it to your real lashes. So this is kind of like that one mascara that everyone was raving about, that I forget what is it called, but a lot of people have been raving about it before, and it's the one with the 2 tubes. You use one to coat, put on mascara and coat it again. I forgot what is it called, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But this is kind of like it, but I guess something similar. So I'm just gonna be coating my real lashes just at the tips. I have really like stubborn Asian eyelashes, and I hate them because they never do want to stay up and, you know, be all flirty. It just doesn't want to. Just want to be straight and boring. So I'm going to be using the Extended Play Mascara. My battery's dying. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. So I'm just going to coat my lashes just at the tip. If it dies, I'm so sorry guys. I'm gonna go recharge this thing because, oh my god, don't die on me yet. So I'm just coating it like this. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and do our face. So I already applied my Time Check lotion by MAC, and I'm already out. I need a new one. Cannot live without it, but that's okay. I can try something different and probably give you guys an update. But anyways, so I'm gonna be starting out with my foundation. This is the Face and Body foundation in C6. So I really like this foundation. It's super lightweight. It mimics the skin and also gives that really light coverage that I really like, because I don't think I have too much going on my face, so that's why I like it. So I'm gonna be using a MAC something brush that the number came off, but I'm just gonna be dotting my face. So what I'm going to be using is my beauty blender. I like using my brush, but I feel like the beauty blender works a lot more better because it kind of like blends better. So it's already damp, so I'm just going to pounce the foundation onto my face. Concealer, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in medium beige. This is like my perfect color, which is my highlighting color from MAC, is in NW25. This is like the closest shade ever, and it does not leave that white cast, so I really like that. So I'm going to just squeeze a little bit out and start adding it to my face. This is a really good concealer if you don't want to be splurging for like a $20 one at MAC. my concealer with Airspun. I'm not going to show it because I have like foundation on here, which is hella nasty. This is how it looks like. I take a wedge, disposable one. Then I'm going to be setting my face with my mineralized skin finish in medium dark. This is my all over face powder. So we're just going to set the rest of my face. So this, I'm sorry guys, it's like going super fast. Like I put you guys on this, I put myself on this chipmunk voice, so the process is a lot faster. So using the same powder, I'm gonna dust off everything. Next, I'm going to be defining my face. I'm going to be using two bronzing powders. So first I'm going to be using the Studio Sculpt Defining Powder. This is new that I bought. And I got mine in Dark Deep. So it looks like this. Just going to be taking a whatever fluffy brush just a little bit to define my cheekbone area. With my actual bronzing powder. This is Give Me Sun. It's super dirty, but I still use it. Grabbing an angled brush. And just carving out my cheekbones. More of that translucent powder that I use to set underneath my eyes. Grab a little bit more powder of that and start baking underneath my contour. I only go like halfway. I don't really go all the way to my end of my mouth. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Kind of just depends on the mood. So I'm gonna let that sit. I'm going to be using blush. This is the Mineralized Blush in Warm Soul. It's a beautiful peachy pink color. Grabbing a flat tummy brush. Tapping off excess. Smile a little and just pack that color. And blend. Taking a stipple brush. And we're just going to blend contour and blush together. So when we're done, I like putting the blush and the bronzer on and blending it out. I'm going to be taking my powder brush, face powder, and swipe off these powder underneath there for highlight. So I already spritzed my face and it wasn't even filming, but I spritzed my face with some Fix Plus. I'm going to be using a lip color today, and this is by ColourPop Cosmetics. Lippy Stick and a Grunge. This is like my favorite lip color, and I'm just gonna put it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's super long, but yeah, so it looks. I don't have lashes because I don't want to wear them, and I just want to embrace my ugly lashes, my natural lashes.